Hello, hello, hello. Have you ever felt inadequate or insecure about a position, or maybe you felt like you didn't qualify for something that you felt God was calling you to? Well, today we're going to talk about that. There were several characters in the Bible who felt insecure and inadequate about what they were called to do by God. One in particular was Moses, so that's who we're going to talk about. When God called Moses, he had every excuse in the book. He must have figured God had the wrong person. He had to be thinking, this surely is a mistake. He must have meant Aaron, my brother, or Miriam, my sister. He couldn't possibly be talking about me. They're so much more better qualified than I am. In Exodus chapters 3 and 4, Moses gave God 5 excuses why he was not a good candidate to be the leader to the Israelites. The first excuse was he wasn't good enough for the job. The second excuse was he didn't have all the answers to solve all the problems the Israelites would encounter. And the third was that people wouldn't believe that God chose him, that he was chosen by God to be the leader of the Israelites. The fourth, after giving all the previous excuses, Moses saw God really wasn't listening to any of the things he thought would disqualify him. They didn't matter. Yet, he still doesn't give up, and he offers a fourth excuse. God, have you listened to me? You know I have a stutter. I can't put the words together. And I would be a horrible speaker to represent you. This stutter, if you haven't heard it, it gets really, really bad when I get nervous. Thinking that this was going to be something that God thought, well, maybe I need to reconsider. You do have a problem, and you may lose the interest, and the people may become impatient because of it. Nope. God wasn't falling for it. So the final excuse he gave, hoping that God would look for another, he offers to God, but it's pretty much just a repeat of the others. He desperately gives it anyway to get him out of this. His thought process must have figured, if this one doesn't work, then maybe informing him again that I am unqualified for the position will work. But it doesn't. Does any of this ring a bell for you? I know it does for me, okay? I have had times when I have been in Moses' spot, and I've been obedient and then not obedient in others, which I am sorry to say. But God was patient with Moses, and just as he was patient with Moses, he will be patient with you. What you need to know is the 5 things that you think will keep you from being a perfect vessel for the army of God. Those are the 5 things that will actually make you perfect for enlistment into the army of God. So the first one, you're not being good enough. You were already chosen. So it's not a good excuse. Number 2, for not having all the answers. It's not about you. It's not about you having all the answers. It's just about your obedience. You are a vessel that he can use to lead others to him. He just needs your obedience. So the third one, people not believing that God chose you. Again, you were already chosen, and leave the convincing of the people to him. Number 4, for what you see as a handicap, he can use. He can use your voice or your impairment to break chains and deliver others once you yield it to him. And finally, number 5, for your not being qualified. God is the great qualifier. It is up to him and him alone. And all of us have been chosen for a specific purpose. So instead of thinking of all the excuses that eliminate you from doing the work of God, just say yes. He equipped Moses and he can equip you. The more Moses trusted God, the more he saw the miracles of God. So have faith. Go forward, reaching God's purpose and your full potential. Say yes. You are qualified. So be blessed and have a wonderful day.